No warrant, no rights. No warrant, no swipe. Know your rights during a traffic stop. If a cop asks to see your phone during a traffic stop, what you say next could protect your freedom or cost you everything. So before you hand it over, you need to hear this. If a cop asks to see your phone during a traffic stop, just smile and say, sure, right after I see your search warrant and your screen time report. Let's both get exposed. Be right back. All right. Sorry about that. No warrant, no rights. No warrant, KNOW rights. Welcome to the Unorganized Chaos Network. I'm the evangelist of entertainment. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, turn on that notification button. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you for subscribing. No warrant, no rights. I am calm, confident, and protected. I know my rights. My voice is strong. My boundaries are clear. And my phone, like my peace, is off limits without permission. All right? Now, let's go to the good book. In Proverbs 4:7, you will find these words. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding. That understanding, that's the point right there. Get you some real good understanding, especially of these laws. This verse ties beautifully into knowing your rights, using discernment under pressure, and not giving up what's yours just because someone in uniform asks. You know, there's this book called The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness by Michelle Alexander. This groundbreaking book unpacks how the legal system, including traffic stops and unlawful searches, has been weaponized against marginalized communities. It's a must read for anyone trying to understand why knowing your rights isn't just smart, it's survival. A while ago, I watched this movie called Fruitvale Station. If you haven't watched it, I believe most people have watched it. But it's a true story about Oscar Grant. He was a young black man. He was fatally shot by the police in Oakland. This movie don't particularly focus on phone searches specifically, but it highlights the high stakes of police encounters, especially for young black men, and the tragic consequences when power is abused and rights are ignored. It's a sobering, emotional reminder of why knowing your rights matters before a routine stop becomes a headline. There is nothing routine about a routine traffic stop. Listen to the song All Right by Kendrick Lamar. Gospel is my favorite music genre, but I got kids, 3 kids. So, we gonna be all right by Kendrick Lamar. It's a wonderful anthem. I call it a rallying cry for the movement. It's an empowerment soundtrack for resisting injustice, standing your ground. Standing your ground. If they can stand their ground, we can stand our ground. And knowing your worth. Trayvon Martin, standing your ground. In the context of no warrant, no swipe, it reminds us, even in tense moments with law enforcement, your knowledge is your power, and your peace is non-negotiable. Now, as far as searching your phone, look up the Raleigh v. California case. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote up what I call a dissertation on it. But in the Raleigh versus California, U.S. Supreme Court ruled unanimously that law enforcement cannot search the digital contents of your phone without a warrant, even if you're under arrest. Modern cell phones are not just another technological convenience, but all they contain and all they may reveal, they hold for many Americans the privacies of life. As Chief Justice John Roberts. Now, privacy is still a right? We have the right to have a private life, don't we? Now, during the traffic stop, I feel a water break coming on. Get your something that's good for you. During a traffic stop, unless the officer has a warrant or your consent, whether that's verbal or written, if they have a probable cause or an emergency, I can't think of a situation like that where a phone would be needed to stop an imminent threat or danger. I guess if you're using your phone to call someone to come and unalive someone, I don't know. Or if you're using your phone to prevent someone from calling emergency services. I can see a law enforcement taking your phone if you're trying to stop someone from calling emergency. But I'm talking about doing traffic stops, so never mind all that. But they cannot legally go through your texts, your photos, your apps, your call logs. I guess unless they think you're sleeping with their significant other. But no, they can't do that, go through your call logs. But what should you do if an officer asks for your phone? Politely say, I do not consent to a search of my phone. Even if they are not polite to you, still be polite, because what we're trying to do is live. We're trying to survive to see another day. We're trying to live to see another day. So just politely say, I do not consent to a search of my phone. Don't add nothing to it. Don't take nothing from it. Don't be aggressive. I know other people can be aggressive and get by with it. But according to the stats, which I hope I wrote in this outline, I can't remember. But I did look up at stats. According to the stats, it's just not good for us, for people that look like you and I, to have any form of what they may perceive to be an aggressive posture or an aggressive tone. Keep your phone locked with a passcode or a biometric. Do not physically hand over your device unless legally compelled. There are always exceptions to the rule. Somebody say exceptions. Touch your neighbor and say exceptions. There are always exceptions to your rule. If your phone is in plain view and there's clear evidence of a crime, an officer may detain it temporarily until a warrant is obtained. Now, you have to be a special type of special someone to keep clear evidence in plain view on your phone. You are the exception at this point. You are an exceptional masterpiece. You're an exceptional person. God bless you. If you're on probation or parole, you may have limited privacy rights, so check with your state law, your probation parole officer in those concerning matters. But this is about power, privacy, and protection. Your phone is like your digital diary, your bank vault, your photo album. You know, some photos are for my eyes only. I'm sure you have some photos that are for your eyes only. And your confession booth. I'll roll it to them. So unless Big Mama or Jesus gave that copy the right line to your phone, they need a warrant. No warrant, no swipe, know your rights, doing a traffic stop. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me go on the phone. Can you hear me now? Y'all hear me now? Right, check. 1, 2, 3 sounds good to me. Can you hear me now? Can you feel that vibe? They flash them lights, try to take your drive. But knowledge is how we survive. We ain't trying. We ain't just riding dirty. We riding wise. This ain't just about laws. It's about lives. Buckle up, loves. Buckle up. Because this here ride gonna be part sermon and a part streetwise guide. So you on your way home. Ain't broke no law. But them red and blues hit you like Southern drawl. License and registration. They say what they chill. But then they eyeballing like they hunting for a thrill. Now pause. Breathe. Let's not let fear rise. Cause here's the truth. The law in disguise. They can't search your phone without a warrant, boo. No warrant, no swipe. That's the law, tried and true. Raleigh v. California, 2014, Supreme Court said your phone ain't a backpack. Your phone is not a backpack. It's your digital head. Justice Roberts dropped truth. Phones aren't just tools. Phones are your photo albums, your bliss, your secrets, your text. Everyone has the right to have a secret. Everyone has the right to allow their secrets to remain a secret. Your phones have your secrets, your texts, your dreams, your goals. Such as that, without reason, that's out of control. So know the law, know yourself. So when they lean in close with that tilted tone, mind if I take a quick peek at your phone? You got the right with poise and grace to say respectfully, officer, this ain't the place. You got the wrong one. There's no probable cause, no go. No consent, that's a no-show. No warrant, then the answer's no, bro. And don't let them guys like you. Like only guilty folks will hide their phone. Check this out though. Even Rosa sat down because she had rights to a ride. Now some folks say, well, if you ain't doing nothing wrong, what's the harm in letting them scroll through your phone? So let me flip that back with some cold hard truth. Would you hand over your diary, your text from your youth? This ain't about guilt, it's about power, about saying no in that crucial hour. And let me tell you something else for free. No is a complete sentence. The N and the O. No. Don't add nothing to it. Don't take nothing away from it. A question is asked, your answer is no. Okay? So even the cops with the best of hearts can overstep when the system plays its part. Because bias isn't always wrapped in hate. And I don't want you to think and believe that everyone, every officer, especially officer that may not look like you and I, are racist or hateful. Sometimes it's just the policy, the pressure, and the weight of the badge that's making them do this. They don't want to look weak. They want to keep their jobs. And even though it might not be a quota, they might have a standards of operations procedure where, okay, you don't have a quota of getting 2 citations a night, but in order to prove that you showed up to work, we expect you to at least get 2 citations a night. And if not, this might not look good on your evaluation. So they're dealing with that. Black drivers. Okay, I did write down the stats in my bullet. Black drivers. I forgot where I got. I should have wrote the source. Let's Google it or something. But I didn't get it off Google. I got it. It's the FBI National Database. But black drivers, we are twice as likely to be stopped, 3 times more likely to get searched or dropped, unfortunately. Yet the study shows from New York to LA, white folks got more country than day by day. They looking in that wrong color. They're looking at the wrong color. They're trying to get country banned. According to the stats, they pulling over, searching, and dropping the wrong color. Why is that? Let that sink in. This ain't paranoia. This is preparation. This ain't an attitude. It's education. Now I wore the badge, and I speak it plain. Not all cops are out here playing dirty games. Some want peace. Yes, I prefer peace. On the job, off the job. Peace is wonderful. But of course, if there was always peace, then there would be no need for peace officers to enforce the peace. But trust me, we all want peace. But some officers want peace. Some want what's right. But the system itself don't always see the light. And let me tell you this from one who knows. If you flex your rights, keep it calm and composed. Stay, please, I beg of you. And I'm so for serious. I beg of you, please stay calm and composed. You don't want to do anything. Even though officers are trained to de-escalate situations, in most cases, that is not what's going to happen. So now we as citizens have to train ourselves to de-escalate the situations and try to tell the cop, hey, calm down. Yes, I have seen where the citizen is telling the cop to calm down. It ain't that serious, bro. Calm down. But just remain calm and composed and live to fight another day. Don't reach for nothing. Don't preach. Save your sermon for YouTube. Don't give them any heat. Just state your stance, firm and sweet. I do not consent to a search officer. Let them know. Ain't no fear in your posture. Okay? Now, if they threaten to arrest you right there, ask for your lawyer and say it with care. There's no need to raise your voice. They ask you, they say, hey, you don't give me my phone, I'm going to arrest you. Ask for a lawyer, or between me and you, because it's just us looking at this, if they threaten to arrest me, I'm going to turn around and put my hands behind my back. I won't say another word, and I will pray to God, please arrest me. I won't say nothing. Oh, you gonna threaten to arrest me? Okay. There's nothing else to be said. Put my hands behind my back, and let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. And don't say another word. If you are ever threatened, you have the right to remain silent. I have personally said this over and over again just to try to get people to just shut up, just be quiet. Even if I wasn't even going to arrest them, I would just say, just you have the right to remain silent, just to be quiet. A lot of people talk themselves into getting handcuffed. You talk yourself into handcuffs. It's not a good look. You have the right to remain silent. If they say you're not answering my questions, that's obstruction. That's on you, boo-boo, whether you say anything or not. I'm just saying, as for me and my house, we're going to use all the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and take every opportunity to be quiet as we can. Silence is golden. Can they take my phone even if I say no? Only if they got cause or a judge says so. What about Face ID or fingerprint? Lock your phone with a passcode. And take this hint. Please, this is a hint. Please take this hint. Come close. Listen closely. Courts done ruled you can be forced to touch, but they can't compel memory. Ain't that a clutch? They can't compel you to remember something you can't remember. Lock your phone with a passcode. Take this hint. They can't force you to remember something you can't remember. Lock your phone with a passcode. They can't force you to remember something you can't remember. Pass me my phone, please. Thank you, sir. Okay. Ask me for my phone. Ask me to unlock my phone. I can't remember my passcode. I'm sorry. I can't remember it. I'm so sorry. I can't remember. And put in 1, 2, 3, 4 about 10 times until it locks you out your phone. I done got locked out my phone. I don't know how that happened. I can't remember. Just a hint. Courts ruled you can be forced to touch your phone. But nobody can't make you remember. So you just can't remember. I ain't saying go lie. I'm just saying sometimes you just can't remember. I know all of a sudden forgot. Sorry, Mr. Officer, Miss Officer. Sorry about that. Ride with pride, but don't ride blind. Keep your wisdom sharp and peace of mind. Your rights ain't just paper. They honor your divine. They're your ancestors' prayers. They're your spiritual spine. No warrant, no swipe. Tattoo that thought. No warrant, know your rights. Let no blue light undo what the elders have taught you. You are sacred. You are savvy. You are strong. You are aware. Let them see your dignity in the cool night air. Be dignified. Say it with me now. No warrant, no swipe. They pressing me. Know your rights. I'm scared but calm. That's power in sight. I ride with truth. I ride with light. Because when they pull you over, they can't pull your soul and your knowledge. That's what makes you whole. This ain't just a video. It's verbal defense. It's street law. It's wisdom. It's common sense. So subscribe, stay woke, and tell a friend that knowing your rights is how freedom begins. Amen, Ashe, and all power to the people. If you learned one thing today that could save you from a legal mess, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Share this with someone who drives while black, brown, queer, or just tax savvy. Okay? We're not just surviving. We're staying educated. Okay? Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and turning on that notification bell. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe. Share this with at least 4 other people. You are more than likely to become like the 4 people you hang around the most. If our hearts and minds are clear, go govern yourselves accordingly.